perhaps I want to learn to drive my robot in a straight line forward, and I want to drive him from this green line all the way to this blue line and have him stop with his wheels approximately on the blue line. Now I could do this by doing the guess and check method on the software. I can choose to do it by seconds. I could guess maybe it'll take 1 second and then try it. And maybe it needs more than that. Maybe it'll take 2 seconds and try it. And I can go back and forth, and that takes a lot of time. So instead of doing the guess and check method, I want to show you a method that works really well. You're going to look on your robot for the port view. So here we go. We go over to the port view, click the center button. Now it's going to show you numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. Those are your sensors, and A, B, C, D on the top. So I'm going to push my top arrow to go to A, and then I'm going to go over to B, because B is one of my wheel motors. And I can take my car, let's start him right here. There we go. Let's start him with his wheels on the green line, and I'm going to push him until he gets to his wheels on the blue line and stop. And then when I look on my port view, it's going to say 909 degrees. I'll use that in my code. Now my software is up and running. Remember, I am going to go to the plus sign at the top to start a new project. And I want to save it. So I can do File, Save Project as Move Forward. And then I can double click on the word program to change my program to be called maybe green line to blue line. That's kind of descriptive. Now I want to do move steering because that moves both wheels. If you only move one wheel, but there's 2 wheels on a car, you'll turn in a circle. So both wheels is move steering. I looked at the port view. So I'm going to, instead of saying on for rotations, my port view told me how many degrees my axle turned. Now I know the degrees, so I'm going to jump right over here, and I know that it was 909 degrees that the axle turned. I want to go straight forward. I don't want to do any turning, and 50% power seems like a reasonable amount. So I'll go ahead and download this program to my robot. Now that my robot is plugged into my computer, I can go ahead over here and click on the down arrow that says download it. I heard the positive download sound. I can unplug it, and on my screen I want to look for the file folders, and it's called move forward. So I'm going to push the center select button on the file and go down to the play button, which is the green line to the blue line. Set my robot at its starting position, and then I can push my play button, your select middle button, and 909 degrees later, it ended up right there. Okay, say that I want to go backwards now from the blue line to the green line. So I want to go forward and then backwards. So I can add a second block, and I know that I want to go, whoops, he popped right in front, so I can just grab him and drag him to backwards. I know that I want to go for degrees, so I'm going to say on for degrees. Now in order to go backwards, I want to go negative 909 degrees, and that's going to take you in the backwards circle. I can go ahead over here to my download button at this bottom spot, push my download and listen for the sound. I'll go back to my clipboard and find where the play button is for the green line to blue line program and push play, and it should do the first block to go forward 909 degrees and then the second block to go backwards 909 degrees. Another option, instead of doing the negative 909 degrees, we can do 909 degrees, and then we can do negative power. So negative 50 power is going to make you go backwards. I'll just download that the same way by plugging in my robot. Waiting for it to populate over here when I can click my download button. Once again, I'll make sure that I'm on the play green line to blue line, not on the folder. And I'll push the center select button to run that program. And that ran exactly the same way as the first one. This time it was just doing, whoops, the negative power rather than the negative degrees. Either way works just fine.